We are on our way to a new build, new build, as in like I was watching these being built down the road from where I live. They want a outside socket putting in, and while we're there, something quite interesting, we're going to be quoting for some outside lights to go in the back garden. But what's interesting about these ones is they didn't put outside lights in when the house was built. Now, I kind of pride myself on being able to go in and get outside lights installed without causing any damage to the property whatsoever. Ultimately, I know some people are going to be a little bit more cheaper than me, but then they'll turn up, smash a hole through your wall, and then you've got to fill it and paint it afterwards. So in the long run, you've actually spent more money. But I've got inspection cameras, drill bits, certain rods and chains that mean I can get cables into places that you didn't think were possible. But enough chatting, let's get to the job and I'll take you through it. We can give a quote for 2 outside lights either side. The reason I wanted to come and have a look at these is because I like to do it without causing any kind of damage, and it's a timber frame building, so we can drill, send our cameras in, carpet above, lift the carpet, we can do it all without causing any kind of damage. So I'll send a quote over for them, and I give them the option for sensors or kinetic switch. But yeah, we're doing the socket today. Back to back on the other side, nice and easy. People will argue, right, till they're blue in the face. Oh, you blown the brick, why don't you drill through from the out, why don't you? I have seen people drill through from the inside, measure, go on the outside, drill through, snag the box and rip the box out the wall, causing thousands of pounds worth of damage. That will be covered by a socket. For everyone saying, oh, what if they want to remove it, or if they removed it, they've still got other holes to make good anyway. That's absolutely fine, that will be covered. Quite nice these houses. Me and Anna actually looked at one of these, but we decided we're going to move to the Isle of Sheppey instead. The insides are actually very nice. That one there, got timber all behind it. Funny one. There's a fit because it's not bunged. That's why I didn't use that one. All behind that is timber. So I wouldn't have got a bung in there anyway. And yes, the socket is off. Right, the battery died on the Insta360 Go, so I've had to put it in the case. So you can get little POV shots of me. Before anyone loses their absolute rag, runs to the comment. The socket indicator was just for the shorts video. It was a means of testing. It's when you're doing shorts video. Right, the actual GoPro itself lost battery as well. It sits in the Insta360, comes out and you can use it and you can put it in the pod to charge it, but both of them have run out of battery. I've got another job to go to, but I think it's Friday now and it's the last job, so I think I'm just going to leave it in the van to charge. I won't get any footage of that one. Maybe some pictures with the phone, but yeah, that's that. Outside socket all done. Doing quite a few of them at the moment. In exchange for letting me film, I'll give a discount, and people seem to be really happy with that. And yeah, it's quite nice when you do it in a way where, I mean, that was a new build, so ultimately I knew what I was walking into was 99% going to be what I was expecting to see. You know, a ring, RCD at the board, surge protection, everything's up to date. Sometimes if people inquire, they send the address and I'll have a look on maps, and if it's an oldish house, I'll either ask for a few pictures or I'll go and have a look myself. But then at that point it ruins the discount side of things, you know what I mean? People message me when they're a new build, like my village is a new build, so when they're a new build, it's, yeah, nine times out of 10, 2 pictures get sent. I've got a socket here, I want a socket here, and I go, yep, it's this amount. They go, oh my god, that's amazing, when can you book it in? But yeah, one thing that probably going to flag up, and I know a lot of you were red in the face over it, and I will keep fighting it to this day. I know many people don't agree with me, some people do agree with me, but the whole drilling from the inside out and popping part of the brick, I'll always argue to this day, when you put in, if I was putting a very small fitting in, maybe a conduit box, I would, you've got no choice. I'd go from outside in, then inside out, measure it, meet it halfway. If you go from inside out, if you go from inside out and then from outside in, I have seen this isn't nothing I've made up, I've seen someone do this, and yeah, it was on social media, and it got a dirty delete, because, you know, we're getting a bit of abuse about it. And again, people were laying into them saying, why didn't you just drill through from the inside, the socket would have covered it. But someone drilled through from the outside in, and it caught the box, but not just caught the box and sort of chip vibrated and knocked all the paint, caught the box, like spun the box out the wall, because it was a plasterboard wall, dot and dab with the metal box in it, and it managed to actually rip it, and yeah, that cost a lot of money to repair. Now again, I know a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but you just measure loads. Oh, you know, I measure loads, I always get it spot on. You don't. I'm going to say that now, you don't. But yeah, there'll always be something for someone to pick holes in. At the end of the day, clients are happy, you know, there's never any damage on show, and even if the socket was to be removed, because that was something else a lot of people were saying, what if it wants to be removed? Well, it's going to have to be repaired anyway, doesn't it? So there's going to be holes in the wall, but yeah, right, I'm going to go and do this last job. You won't see that one, I won't be filming, but yeah, that was another outside socket installation, start to finish. If you could like and subscribe, it really helps. Like I say, this isn't necessarily a how-to, this is just a vlogging kind of page, day in the life, you know, going through, doing my work, trying to help people out, you know, showing people what goes into things. I think the outside socket videos, some people did kind of turn around and were like, oh, there's a bit more involved than we thought. I said, yeah, I said, it's not just a case of turning up and putting a bit of cable through the wall. You got to, you know, you got to drill the hole through the wall, you got to get the cable through the wall, you got to put the socket on, you got silicone behind it. It's little things, but it's a lot of little things, and it's tedious. It all adds up, and I think I was there for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. You know, again, which isn't long, but travelling involved in that, and then I've done that, and then I'll go and travel somewhere else. Like today, I've done a lot of little bits like that, and money-wise, it's okay, but it's definitely not the most I've earned in a day. Doing like big jobs where you get to just stay on site, one job all day. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop waffling. Like and subscribe, people. Until the next one.